Texas and Team Velocidrone. We're chasing 45 laps. Good luck. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Go. Off to the races we go. Again, top 2 teams in practice. And we've shuffled them up. There's 5 teams, so everyone gets a head-to-head heat. Everyone gets a 3-way heat in qualifying, and this one should be some good watch. And that last one was some pretty good grouping there. They got separated at the end, and you just don't want to be last. And right now on the bubble is 29 laps in the 20 minutes allotted. And the only thing we need to tighten up, of course, those cautions. That should only be 2 minutes in duration, and we lost a whole bunch of time on it. But we're going to make up some time cooking with grease as we're working on lap number 2 here for our field. Team Racing, 20 minutes in duration. Team Velocidrone, your leaders now laps 1 and 2. They had a 2.6-second lead that's now stretched to a 6-second lead. Team Velocidrone working their way around to that split S on the backside with the green props, and Team Don't Mess With Texas with the fluorescent orange props and a bit of canopy. About to go to the split S on the backside as well. Team Velocidrone now working on lap number 4 off to our right-hand side over to that hurdle. Nice head-to-head race here coming up at about a minute 15. Drone racing is all about those heats, those packs, and when it comes to flying at this speed, it's about 90 seconds at 2.5 minutes of full throttle, full power, and then they got to be forced to land. In individual racing, that means the race is only 90 seconds at 2.5 minutes. Here in team racing, we've run out the full clock. It'll be a 20-minute qualifying session times 2 and a 20-minute main. Your leaders in great shape. I'm looking at, I think Don't Mess With Texas just had a mistake as Team Velocidrone coming into pit. I think legit. I think Don't Mess With Texas now just a lap back trying to catch up. Team Velocidrone with a great pit stop pulling out onto lap number 6. It'll be a 20-minute race, and both teams down and launching their second quad before the 2-minute mark in this one. And pit strategy, pit changes really going to come into play when it comes to how this thing all pans out. Watching our pilots here inside of pit row. Again, this heat is only two teams at once. On deck will be 3 teams, and in the hole will be 2 teams. Then we'll go to our final, and that'll be our top 4 teams of our field getting set to wage battle. Sneaky Snake wants to get into quads, wants to know a good place to do it. GetFPV.com. We always recommend them to go to get your get it done moment. Get your gear as well. You can actually build a drone with their bundle builder. You just go through the radio buttons, every component that you need. And now Velocidrone and Team Don't Mess With Texas are on the exact same lap. And Don't Mess With Texas has taken the lead just after the split S. Now it's Don't Mess With Texas to the good onto lap number 9. And Team Velocidrone playing some catch-up. They're about 4 gates back, 8 seconds back onto lap number 9. Both of them on lap number 9, 3.5 minutes in, 16.5 minutes still to go on the master race clock. Twisted Props, living the dream in our chat as well. Watching some team racing here from the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair. And both teams here working on lap number 10. This is a good matchup. Tried to match everyone up early here in qualifying, so to avoid as many mid-airs as possible, try and keep the racing clean. Team Velocidrone now with black screen looking to launch a replacement drone. Now Don't Mess With Texas has taken the lead. They're going to come into pit. And this is how tight the battle is. Don't Mess With Texas now with a 1.5 lap lead. And a fast pit stop for Don't Mess With Texas as they get back up in the air, chasing down Team Velocidrone. And there's a pass right there inside of a gate. And Don't Mess With Texas pushing that lead and maintaining a 2-lap lead as he gets by lap traffic. Don't Mess With Texas off to our left-hand side. Now going left to right with, looks like 2 or 3 green props, 1 maybe clear, that's your leader, and 2 green, 2 purple is Team Velocidrone, now 2 laps back. As the clock just warming up to run here, coming up on the 5-minute mark with 15 minutes still to go on the master race clock. Don't Mess with Texas on pace to take the lead here in qualifying with maybe 55, 56 laps, as it were. Team Velocidrone looking to slide into about second or third on pace to do 44, 45 laps. Don't Mess with Texas. Your leaders here coming in left to right in front of us onto lap number 17. Hit a 16.3 with their last pilot in the air. That is the fastest lap on the track now. 16.318. That's a huge run. Shaving about 0.2 of a second off the previous record here on the track. $1,000 in cash on the line. Team Velocidrone now trying to launch a new quad. Winning team getting $500 in cold hard cash. $350 for second, $150 for third. Pretty good for caution being called. Caution being called. And so caution, bring it in, caution. Bring it in, caution. And so that caution costing, well, pretty much both teams their last lap. So Don't Mess with Texas now going to have to bring it in on lap number 19, and Team Velocidrone bring it in on lap number 14. So this is not going to count, even though they're running out the course. We'll bring in Team Velocidrone to land. If they're going to work their way in. Caution called. That's our first caution here in qualifying round 1, heat 2. And that 2 minutes has started right now. And so Flippy Floppies will probably go against Team Velocidrone. They may be launching from the pit box late. We'll see how that plays out as we get them all powered up here. Don't Mess with Texas on lap number 19. Team Velocidrone on lap number 14. Dennis Christie Stacks wants to know, is Team White Goat racing today? No, they're at another event, aren't they? I think they're at STEM Fest or something. And where's that? You don't know?
No,
I don't know. They're not here. They're at another big major event. They wanted to be here. They're actually helping with the production of that event. It is a drone race at an air show inside of a hangar. And I think that's in Arkansas, if I remember correctly. That's where they are at. MultiGP with a very busy weekend. This weekend and next weekend. Next weekend, we have 5 pilots that'll be making the trip to Shenzhen. You got my PC? You got my PC? Yeah. There's our team right there representing Team USA in Shenzhen, China at the FAI Championships. Christopher Hartman, FPVCH. K. Mead, Kevin Mead. Jessica Dronehart, Rotor Girl, part of the team as well. And Tristan Gilbert, Drobot, Racebot. And we're at 10 seconds. Ready to go? "15 seconds. We're going green. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and a half, 1. All right, pilots, goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on my go in less than 5. Go. We were under caution for 3 minutes, 33 seconds, which means we lost 45 seconds in the session. Lost another 45 seconds in the session for freestyle. Jay Fern trying to take off the line. There we go, on his way. Team Velocidrone on lap number 14. Don't mess with Texas on lap number 19, trying to make up some ground. I was trying to name off the entire FAI team next weekend competing in Shenzhen, China. Forgot one. That was Bilster. Bilster was the one that I was scrambling for to try and recognize from the profile pic. William Schwett, Bilster, Tristan Gilbert, Racebot, Kevin Mead, K-Mead, Rotor Girl, Jessica Farrar, and Christopher Hartman, FPVCH. Will be heading to China next weekend for the Federation Aeronautic International World Cup, representing Team USA and MultiGP. It's going to be a big weekend. Some of our team going to be at Flight Fest, Texas, Rock Springs, Rock Hills, Texas, next weekend. And I'm going to be in California at AMA Expo West. AMA Expo West and Flight Fest, Texas, both wild cards to qualify pilots to the MultiGP Championships. And bad news for both teams. We're down with both as we crash out with Don't Mess with Texas on lap 22. Team Velocidrone on lap number 17. 8.5 minutes in. 11.5 minutes still to go here on the Master Race Clock as we get back up with Team Velocidrone. And Don't Mess with Texas was on pace to definitely do a bunch of damage. But now could be batting cleanup, trying to make up a little bit of ground. I think they're still on pace to take that TQ spot. On to lap number 23 we go with your leaders. Don't Mess with Texas up and over that hurdle. Green props. Meanwhile, Team Velocidrone 5 laps back with the blue and purple props off to the far left-hand side. But to go through our start-finish gate. Second place Velocidrone through our start-finish gate, then through that 3-flag chicane. Sweeping left-hand turn, up and over our hurdle. Then it's a gate, one to the right, 2 to the left, yaw, spin, trying to scrub some speed. And there's Don't Mess with Texas making another pass. So we work our way around to that split S on the backside. And then our zigzag section to our checkered gate. Coming up on the midway point here, almost at the 10-minute mark both ways. And Don't Mess with Texas and Team Velocidrone crossing onto laps 25 and 20, respectively. Right at the midway point. So here we are, 10 minutes in, 10 minutes still to go. Don't Mess with Texas now on to lap number 26. So double that up. They're on pace to do about 52 laps, maybe more. Maybe more. Team Velocidrone on pace to do about 40 laps, maybe more. And that would put Velocidrone third and Don't Mess with Texas first here after the first round of qualifying. We'll be rolling right into our second round of qualifying. After this and into our championships, now pushed to 5:30, losing a little bit of ground, but no steam. Red River FPV and Team Velocidrone will be on deck. A little back-to-back action for Team Velocidrone. Let's see if they can maintain right now. And so far, Old Battery is in the bubble position. The total of 29 laps. Your leaders coming into pit. Don't Mess with Texas. In and out. Great pit stop for them. I love their marker in their pit box as well. A flag of the great state of Texas. Great pit stop now. Pounding some hot laps as well. So right now, 29 laps is in 5th. Don't Mess with Texas just moved on to lap number 30. While Team Velocidrone's working on lap number 24. 8.5 minutes still to go here on the master race clock here in qualifying round number 1. Round number 1. Say hello to Graham Parkinson. Asking where the high elements or dive gates. Well, the idea with this course was to keep it simple. We don't want down quads. We want blade-to-blade racing for 20 minutes. And we have a split S and a oversized hurdle. That is our high components as it were here on this track. Just under 8 minutes still to go in the master race clock. Your leaders, Don't Mess with Texas. About to come from left to right as they go onto lap number 33. Wow, tight line, missing a flag and goes back to correct it around that Horizon Hobby flag. That was a good catch right there, just as I looked up. A great save. 7.5 minutes still to go here on the master race clock. Working on lap number 33 for Don't Mess with Texas. Now 34. Don't Mess with Texas with 3 green props, maybe 1 clear or blue. And Team Velocidrone is head-to-head racing. They're separated by about 6.5 laps. And Velocidrone with the green and the purple props in about the center of our course right now. 7 minutes still to go. 13 in. 7 minutes still to go here on the master race clock. Yeah, fair enough. Yep, we... Acadiana, FPV, and the team bringing out their gates, and yeah, we want it simplistic is what they were going for here with this course. And also we want to make sure that it maintains here in the weather. As I look on our live stream, I'm looking at the bottom there. You see the flags there moving just ever so gently in the wind. So used to rain. In the wind, just a gorgeous day. That's the Turbo Mach flag that you can see just to the bottom right. You can see just a little bit of wind. 6 minutes still to go on the master race clock. Working on lap number 38 now for Team Don't Mess with Texas, and Team Velocidrone is working on lap number 29. They're going to need a lap and a half to go. They got lots of time to get there, and they won't be last. They'll be ahead of that cut here after the first round of qualifying. They're now on lap number 30, and 29 laps in 17 minutes 47 seconds. Only running 2 qualifying heats. That's 40 minutes plus a break in the middle. It's 50. It's 4:24 right now. That means we'll be starting at 5:30 with our championship. It's great. 5 minutes to go. 15 in. 5 minutes still to go. Your leaders with a nice, smooth pit stop, knowing that they're in prime position here on lap 41. They have just under 5 minutes to do 5 laps to take the lead in our TQ lineup. Team Velocidrone really getting some stuff done now. Working on lap number 32. That has moved them. That moves them, I think, up into... Well, they're in 4th. They still have another 4 or 5 laps to go to get into 3rd. Lots of time to do that as well. Watching those green props off to our right. Don't mess with Texas well out front. Four minutes left here in qualifying round 1, heat 2. And we're in the 18s for NM Grower for Don't Mess with Texas. It's an 18-3 the last time around. Back to that split S. He may be in the 17s for the first time here in this session. This looks good. That's an 18-2 the last time around for Don't Mess With Texas. NM Grower on the sticks. 3.5 minutes still to go. They're working on lap number 45. And once they complete this lap, they'll have taken the lead in our top qualifying order, TQ list. And there they go on to lap number 46. So 45 laps in about 16.5 minutes. Puts them in fine form. "17 minutes in, 3 minutes or less still to go." And your leaders now with an issue. We crashed out with NM Grower. He powers off the video transmitter, launches the next one. And our next pilot up here with Don't Mess With Texas, working on lap number 47. 2.5 minutes still to go here on the master race clock. Dennis Stacks helping me out. Oh, yeah, Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah, sometimes. Took the two of us to figure that one all out. I got the state, you got the city, and we know where they are as we continue racing here. Coming up on 2 minutes. And here it is, your 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Don't Mess With Texas about to cross onto lap number 50. There they go with a 16.3. They're going to set the bar here for qualifying into qualifying round number 2 that we'll be rolling into here momentarily. And Team Velocidrone will be racing back-to-back in that one. Team Velocidrone cross the line with a 23.3. They're now working on lap number 39. That is going to be good enough for third at the moment. And they're going to crash out with just under 90 seconds still to go here on the master race clock. And now it looks like a pit stop for Don't Mess With Texas. They launch another one. Watching the lower side of our screen, you can see picking up some pieces from a pit stop. And now it's just Don't Mess With Texas up in the air on lap number 52. And there goes Velocidrone with 60 seconds still to go here on the master race clock. Don't Mess With Texas working on lap number 53. Team Velocidrone working on lap number 39. And so Red River FPV is going to be sitting pretty in the number 2 spot with their total of 45 laps. And Don't Mess With Texas going to be at the top of the board with whatever they are able to add on to their total of 53 here in the next 30 seconds. And Team Velocidrone is going to be in the number 3 spot, but within reach by Torque and Old Battery in qualifying round number 2. Team Velocidrone trying to get a couple extra laps in here, pushing a little too much around that split S section. But we'll give them one more to go for Velocidrone, one more to go for Don't Mess With Texas. The ding happens, so we finish up the lap that we're on. It's going to be 56 for Don't Mess With Texas and 41 for Team Velocidrone, as long as they're able to round things out as we push them across the line. 56 laps in 20 minutes and 15 seconds for Don't Mess With Texas, and 41 laps in 20 minutes and 22 seconds for Team Velocidrone. And